Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Barakatam to my brothers, Yahweh Shamari Latan Basham to my sisters. I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. began at 1 West, 100 and, what's the number? 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. Where that the truth returned to Israel. The truth as into our true identity as a people. Today, I.S.U.P.K. is run by Commanding General Yohanna, the only man with the rank and authority to lead Israel. All right, the topic we're looking at today, we're looking at the Parable of the Sower. Found in Matthew. I think everything Matthew, everything Mark, everything Luke. But we use in Matthew's account. Matthew 13, 1 to 23.
Answer. Matthew 13, verse 1. The same day went Jesus out the house and sat by the seaside. And
all right. So this account is saying that Christ went from his house and sat by the seaside. Continue.
Other one gone. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him.
Large crowd came unto Christ.
Gone. So that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
So many people came unto him that he had to go on higher ground. He went into a ship so that he could view the crowd or whatever. He went into a ship and sat, and what?
Other one gone. Verse 3.
No man, that same verse. He went into a ship and sat.
And a whole multitude stood on the shore.
Right. Continue.
Other one gone. Verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
All right. Who's a sower?
Like a farmer.
Like a farmer. Someone planting.
So
the person went out to plant. Continue.
Other one gone. Verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
So in sowing the seed, some went wide onto the wayside. Continue.
And the fowls came and devoured them up. Verse 5. Some fell upon.
So those that fell on the wayside, birds eat them. Continue.
Other one gone. Verse 5. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth.
So some fell among stone, which much dirt wasn't there, which it says earth wasn't among the stone. And what happened?
Other one gone. And forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth.
So it still bursts, the seed still bursts, even though there was no earth. It still bursts. Continue.
Other one gone. Verse 6. And when the sun was up, they were scorched. And because they had no root, they withered away.
So the sun scorched them up. And because they weren't rooted, they just withered away. Continue reading.
Other one gone. Verse 7. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Thorns is what?
Maca bush.
Right, what we call thorns in Jamaica?
Maca.
Kasha and Maca. So some fell among Maca. And what happened?
Other one gone. And the thorns sprung up and choked them.
Right, so the Maca choked them. Or the Akasha choked them. Continue.
Other one gone, verse 8. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit. Some an 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold.
All right. 9.
Verse 9. Who has ear to hear, let him hear.
So what is this parable talking about? Just off the top of it.
Talking about people who found the truth, sir.
Talking about persons what?
Who encounter the truth or
come in contact or hear the truth.
contact.
All right. And what read 10?
Other one turn, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why seekest thou?
Speak.
Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
What's a parable? Google. Google it. What's a parable? Disciples are asking Christ, why you talk to them in parables? But what's a parable? Yeah.
Parable, a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson as told by Jesus.
So a parable is a story that you use to what?
To illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
It's a story that you use to illustrate a lesson or to tell or teach a lesson, right?
Concept.
All right, continue.
Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven.
So who is the you that Christ is talking here?
His disciples.
His disciples. So he said to his disciples, because it is given unto you, my disciples, to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Continue.
But to them it is not given.
So who is it then?
The multitude.
The multitude? Who are some of the people in the multitude?
Those are the nations, not Israelite.
And who else?
And Israelite.
Two main groups who were fighting.
Scribes
and Pharisees. They were Christ's main opposition. And the scribes and Pharisees of today is who?
Christian church.
The church, pastors, church leaders. They are the Christian church. They are the scribes and Pharisees of today. And guess what? They know, you know. They know they are. All right. What verse are we at again? 12?
Right now at verse 12.
All right. So Christ is saying to his disciples, to you, my disciples, it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. So the kingdom of heaven is not something that is told and you understand it. It's mystery, right?
Concept.
But to the disciples, they are supposed to understand it. But to the naysayers, they are not supposed to answer it. Sorry. To what? Understand it.
Concept.
All right. Continue reading.
Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundant. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he had.
So if you have, when you're in the truth or come in the truth, more will be given unto you. And the man who will not come in the truth, even the little that he have will be taken away. As it says, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. So even the little knowledge we get will be taken away. Because of him not grow. 13.
Verse 13. Therefore, speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
What I mean by seeing, see not, and hearing not?
Means they see, but they don't really get the point. They don't really understand what they want to.
Yeah.
Their eyes are open, but they cannot see.
They are physically with sight, but they cannot see what? Yeah? The truth, or they're not seeing spiritually. Right. They're not discerning things, they're not seeing the truth as it should be, as explained in the following verse.
Verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of I.S.U.P.K, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive.
Right. So even though they hear what Christ saying, but they're not understanding what Christ is saying. And you saw that in everything that Christ did among them. They see, they follow, but they're not really understanding what Christ is saying. Because Christ was telling them about the kingdom of the Israelites, the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of heaven to come. Everything Christ tells them, they don't understand. And not only that, they were greedy. What did they saw? Money, money, money. All they think is that Christ coming to take away the money that they are making, because they were rich. They were getting rich off the temple. And they saw Christ as one who is fighting against their riches that they are reaping in the temple. Yeah.
Just like the Christian church today, the pastors does not want to tell the congregation who they truly are.
Right.
It will take away their money.
The collection.
Take away their collection.
Yeah.
And this morning, a 7-day Christian was telling me that she had a vision. When I said to her, have you ever gone to church and hear the pastor said to you, or the congregation, listen, you are the true children of Israel. And the Bible is about you. And the Bible is your history book. And what has caused you to fall, to be in hell at the bottom. And what you need to do to be on the top. And she said, well, once she was at church and heard a pastor that came and delivered such a message. And he did not get a favorable response. So she said she never heard it again after that. He never took that road again as long as she was in the church.
Yeah, because that's not bringing in any money.
Not bringing in the money at all.
Yeah, it's all about the Benjamin. Yeah. That's not going to bring in the money to them. That's the way they see it. However, we have a law that says pay your tithe. That's the one that
The one they hold on to, sir.
That's the one that they're holding on to. So they stick to the one that bring in the money. You know, when they have a convention, you have the pastor who they get to bring in the money, you know. His job, when it's offering time, and go up and take the mic and then talk about, bring out all the things in the Bible about bringing in the money and all that. That's his job. The vibes, man. All right. Yeah, build the vibes, you know? And build the vibes and dip in the pocket. Yeah. All right. So, and Christ knew what was going on. So Christ said, that's why I speak to them in parable. Because Christ knew that they are robbing the people. All right, what verse we are? Verse 15. All right, read 16.
Verse 15. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they are closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears.
For this people's heart is wax gross, their ears dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, so they are not seeing the plight. What the temple is supposed to be doing? What's the role of the temple when it comes to the nation of Israel, of the Israelites? Take care of the people. Right. Right. Take care of the widow. Take care of the fatherless. Yeah. That is what is happening now. Buying them jets. All right, continue this. And hear with their ears and should understand with their heart. Why do they understand with their heart?
The heart is a mind, sir. And it's a mind they use to understand.
All right, try to understand what this is 15. For this people's heart is wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Least at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart and should be converted. And what after that?
And should be converted, and I should heal them.
So remember the question that or the disciple asked, why you speak to them in parable?
Okay, so
Christ is saying these people, that's the leaders, not the congregation so much, the leaders, heart is wax gross, puffed up big, right?
Yeah.
And their eyes are dull, ears are dull of hearing, meaning they not hear the cry of the poor, the cry of the poor. They are not in their spiritual sense, right? They are not, and their eyes they have closed. Does it mean that they close their eye and walking around blindly?
Yeah, sir.
They are not seeing the plight of the people. All they are doing is sucking up to the Romans, sucking up to Mr. White Man. How you relate that to today? Same thing. They are not seeing the plight of the people. Take for instance, 1980 election. When some of our leaders sided with America and said, yeah, this man here trying to let poor people have something. Yeah, that's not the way it should be. Brown and white people should have. There's even video on the internet with people saying, well, I'm doing that, and then all things is back to where it should be. All things white and beautiful. Remember that song? All things white. Listen, it's one of the worst songs they make us sing in school. All things what? All things bright and beautiful. All things white and beautiful. All things bright and beautiful. And the white shining bright now. Yeah.
What do you mean by nothing dark, nothing beautiful, only white things beautiful?
All right, stay on topic. This is what Christ is saying. They have closed their eyes. What was happening at the time in Jerusalem? All right, to go in the temple, you have to pay. Sorry, you have to wash your feet. You have to go dirt road, come from far, foot most dusty. You have to wash your feet. In order to wash your feet, not only the feet, sometimes the whole body. So you go into these bath houses, which what happened under the temple originally, you used to have a stream flow from under the temple out, and people wash themselves for free. Now these bath houses that these priests set up, you have to pay. So what? If you don't have the money, you can't go in the temple, you know. The money that they are collecting, the poor and needy, crying, the sick, and they are waxing themselves rich. So Christ is saying that they have closed their eyes. But the Most High is vexed with them for that. Because here is what Christ said. Least at any time, meaning that I should speak that they understand, and they should see with their eyes, meaning them start to see what's happening. And they start to hear what is happening. Hearing the cry of the poor, seeing their plight. Yeah, not a result.
Christ never want them to get the understanding.
And hear with their ears and they should understand what I'm saying. And then they will change and get converted. Then I go have to heal them. That's what he said. And I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So in other words, yeah, but I think that's a Christ come to everybody. I reject Christ, I reject some people that's saying, Christ saying, when I heal them now and them to heal, I kill more than dead. That's what Christ is telling me. Speaking parables, you know, and they understand them myself. I want them to die. What was the death that came to them?
Them not waking up to the truth.
No.
Spiritual death.
Yes, but what death came to those persons in Christ's time and after Christ? Roman invasion. What happened to those who were not following Christ?
They stood and fight.
They stood and fight and they suck up to the Romans. And what happened? They were slaughtered, whisked off to Rome, became gladiators and slaves. What happened to those who listened to Christ?
They fled into Africa, sir.
They fled to the mountains just like Christ said. And we are the descendants of those who listened.
God, sir.
The ones who Christ wanted to die, yeah, they died. They went into Rome, they fought in the Colosseum. They thought they were friends with the Romans. And in believing that they are friends with the Romans, they close their eyes to your plight. Isn't that what we are seeing around us today?
God.
Our people believe that, our leaders believe that they are friends with America and with UN and have closed their eyes to the real plight of the people.
That we should feed ourselves and grow our own food. Give away the land.
Right.
Give away
And running projects in a community and doing part and leave part. You feed some and don't feed some. What do you think happened there?
The other one that comes the other one to kill off the other one.
Yeah. If you have 100 hungry people and you feed 50, what do you think the 50 who don't feed is going to do? Murder the 50 who get the food, man. I want more food too. Yeah. That is the plan of your oppressor. And even from Christ's time, seeing they don't see, hearing they don't hear. It's not new. All right, let's continue.
where we at, sir?
17.
Other one, gone. Verse 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
Why is that so? Prophets before Christ who understood the prophecy of what is to come, but they didn't live to see them. And they wish they could really see. Just like how you know about World War III and you would like to see it. You don't know if you're going to survive it, but you that like at least like to see it start done. So he's saying there, blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see. The things that you see, you come and you witness Christ here in the flesh. These prophets were trying, they wanted to see that. They wish they were there to walk with Christ because they prophesied of him. But they couldn't live long enough, so they see it not. Alright? So this is what Christ is saying. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. So Christ is explaining to them. However, go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. Don't lose where you're at, you know.
1 Corinthians
14 and 32. 32.
Other one, gone. 1 Corinthians 14, verse 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
The what?
Gone. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
What is that saying? The prophet of the Most High, their spirit is subject to, meaning when they die, they come back as prophet. That's what the Bible is saying. The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So the one who was a prophet way back then, come back a prophet now. Except for the one who Christ tell him, saying, go and be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Who was that? Who Christ told that? Which prophet Christ told that?
When that talk about who break the law and teach it.
No, man, no. He said he spoke of a prophet, and in his time, he said, because of what you were doing, you won't be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Because that prophet was supposed to stop what he was doing and come in and join the truth. But he did not. Instead, he questioned Christ and behaving as if he doubt Christ. Exactly. So, That's the way it is. Go back to verse 18, where Christ is now going to explain the parable that he spoke to the multitude in.
Gone, other one, gone. Matthew chapter 13, verse 18. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Continue. Verse 19. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth.
Hold on, where are you? 19? When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, like we're speaking about, and don't understand it, then?
Other one can. Then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received the seed by the wayside.
So this is the one who the sower threw the seed and the seed dropped by the wayside. Then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. So who would be the wicked one?
False prophet. Christian church.
Very same people around. Who's telling you that? People don't know where they are talking. At that church I used to go. Come to my church. And people don't know where they are saying. Yeah. Alright, that's the wicked one. And had you heeded to him, you would hear. This is he which received seed by the wayside. What? Alright, you see in the parable of the sower, each of the scenarios that Christ was talking about. Each of these scenarios that Christ is bringing out in the parable of the sower, these are persons who comes into the truth. Right. So this one now, the wicked one take away that which is sown in his hand. 20 now.
Other one can. Verse 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it.
So here it is. You know, some real thing you talk, man. Truth you talking, you know. Yeah, man. This is the truth. So receive it with joy. But what up?
Other one can. Verse 21. Yet as he not ruled in himself, but you rest for a while.
So him stay in the truth for a little while and come few classes and
other one can. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
right. So I mean the truth. And man see one say, kind of cold that here. Eh? I already laughing for well, I want to bring out some teeth. by and by is offended. Where verse what?
Verse 21.
21, right. Tribulation, persecution, people saying things happening to him in the truth. It's rough and tough and rubbing down sharp edges and get offended. And what happened? 22.
Verse 22. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world.
The care of what?
The care of this world.
What else about the care of this world? Bills to pay, belly to feed, picnic to go to school. The cares of this world do what? And what else?
And the deceitfulness of riches. So the word.
Right. So they want to tell us that, no, I can't afford to give up my time to come on class. You know. I have some money to make. Right in my shop time that can't go to camp and I can't go on class. I'm going to make some money. I'm going to work my shop. I'm going to do some hustling. Right? But yes, your Christ put it. Christ said the deceitfulness of riches. What you mean that? The riches are deceiving. It's not deceiving. Yes. Yeah. All this I go pay me. When I come in a shoe board and I got a class board, all that I go pay me. I don't make no money. Money more I make. Hence, you have the fake Israelite group. Deceitfulness of riches. Tribulation, persecution, care of this world. Let them come out of the truth. Continue that one.
So the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Meaning what? How he become unfruitful?
Good.
Right. And then him left. Exactly. And finding way out the truth. So not because this is somebody in the truth means that they belong there. That's why Christ said that this is a thing, a race of endurance. He that endured unto the end, to him will I. To him what? Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna get the golden crown. I'm gonna get the kingdom. Remember, it's all about rulership. It's all about rulership. But people believe that this kingdom of heaven spoke of in the Bible is, Christ will just, and the Most High will just come pick you up and whisk you off, carry you, go put on a riverside and you drink milk and honey for the rest of your days. And nothing to do. But just think this, you'll be still on earth. All you'll be doing is it United Nations? Who formed United Nations?
Group of top countries. White nation.
White people. European. Obviously, you don't know United Nations family. Never about Council of Foreign Relations. Where them come from? They weren't prime ministers, they weren't presidents, they weren't anybody they weren't royalties. But these were some people who came up, formed Council of Foreign Relations, CFR, and they formed World Bank, they formed United Nations, they formed, the next big one name? IMF. They form EU. Because even the rulers in the United Nations say, who select these people that are on this stage? Well, guess what? Those are the few persons who run this earth. But I believe that the man who will vote for on this earth. Policies, decisions are made and handed down to them. And then they come and talk and implement it as if they were the ones who did it. But these policies, they have no choice. They have to do it. What happened in 1918, it was that one of your leaders, or prime minister then, was breaking away from people who are forcefully telling him what to do and to do what the people needed to be done on the ground. I said, no man, this man has to fall back in line. Just like Saddam, just like the Libyan president, just like Bashar al-Assad in where is Bashar al-Assad? Syria. Just like the Iranians, they are not falling in line. The Japanese would not fall in line, and what happened? Hiroshima and Nagasaki took place. What I believe of the man, Donald Trump will come and talk and blah, 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 blah. Donald Trump is being pulled into a war where he doesn't want to go into, but he can't do anything. These are not the ones who determine anything. These are just implementers. Right?
Concept.
And even from Christ's time, Christ realized these things. Alright. So, fear of this world, deceitfulness of riches and them things there. Show the people them who the Most High wants to replace these people with. Because what they are doing is your blessing as an Israelite. So the kingdom of heaven is restored, it is supposed to restore the earth to its rightful ruler. It's not to take you off, whisk you into another planet to live. It's just to restore the earth to its rightful ruler. And its rightful ruler is the 12 tribe of Israel. Alright. 12 tribe of what? Of course, it's 12 tribes of heaven. 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, down to $22 where?
Concept.
Alright, read 22 again.
Verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
Right, bear no fruit, meaning that him gather no other ones to the truth. Leave the truth. 23.
Verse 23. But he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word, and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit, and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
Alright, so this is the one that the seed fell on good ground. Alright? Now in 24, Christ give another parable which is similar to that. But we stop there so for that. Now, these persons who come in the truth and they leave, what they now want to do?
Form their own organization.
They either form their own organization and they go, or they go and join one of those or other organizations that we call what? We call them fake Israelites, ain't it?
Concept.
So all these fake Israelite group, everyone in there fall under one of those umbrella. One of those seeds. They came in, they obviously was not with you or with us from the beginning. That's what Christ said. Don't worry yourself, they were never with us. Meaning that they are not in it wholeheartedly. Right. Matthew 22.
Matthew 22.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
1. I want to read 1 to 14.
Matthew chapter 22, verse 1. Matthew chapter 22, verse 1. And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables and said.
So it says, Christ always speak to them in parables for one main reason. Because the scribes and the Pharisees were around. And Christ want to make sure that Christ know that the Roman invasion is coming in. The similar thing is being replayed now. Except that it's not a Roman invasion coming this time. It's what? It's global nuclear destruction. So in the same way, Christ didn't want some of these people to be converted so that he might go save them. The same thing now, you know. Come on. A lot of the Israelites are going to get burning with those heathen. They're going to die with heathen. Same way. Alright. Verse 2.
Verse 2. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son.
So, Christ is explaining now, giving a parable explaining the kingdom of heaven. Several parables Christ gives which explains the kingdom of heaven. This one is explaining a king making a marriage for his son. Now, in this parable, now the king would be who? The Most High. And the king's son would be who? The king's son would be who? Christ. But here is now the kingdom of heaven. God the Father is making a marriage. Continue.
Verse 3. And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to be wedding.
To be wedding.
Yes.
Read it again, verse 3.
Yes. Verse 3. And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to be wedding. And they would not come.
Alright, so kingdom of heaven, putting on marriage. Who would be the ones that were bidden to come? The ones who get the what? The invitation. You get the invitation from the king. It's your right to come, don't. Alright. So who would those persons be today?
Christian church, the children of Israel.
What is what is a Kayano?
The Christian church.
The Christian church, who is today your scribes and Pharisees. They had the right to be there. Continue.
Verse 4. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, tell them which are bidden, behold, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen, my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage.
So, instead them they don't come, so I'm saying on next servant that who is the servant now? Like the prophet, right? Tell them to come, they prepare the dinner. The dinner would be what? After a wedding, the dinner is called a what? A reception. A reception. Someone said, me kill me fatling already, you know. And me asking, the food is ready. No, come. Come on to the marriage. 5.
Son, verse 5. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise.
So, take it to nothing. So, the king of Carlos. We're not going there. I got my farm. I got my shop. I got my store. I got no wedding. Alright, 6 now.
Verse 6. And the remnant took his servants and entreated them spitefully and slew them.
So the remnants now are the other ones. So the one them who should be there is like your CD Jakes, your Creflo Dollar. Give me some of them in Jamaica. The Blair Brothers. What? What kind of Davis? Delford Davis. Alright. So you think of your preachers today. They are the ones who were invited to be in the kingdom of heaven. They have the right to be there. But what? Them slew the servant. They entreated it lightly and went their way. Verse 6.
From verse 7. Verse 7.
Right. Verse 6 says that they entreated him spitefully. He said, them spite him.
Yeah. So verse 7 now.
And then they kill him and trick him and kill him. 7.
Verse 7. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth.
Bring them.
And he sent forth his armies and destroyed those murderers and burn up their city.
Right. So him sent forth the army now and kill off the one them who kill him son. Kill the 5 of the Pharisees. And burn them up. Then what?
Verse 8. Then said he to his servants.
So in Christ's time now, them scribes and Pharisees were the men in the temple. They were the temple men. Huh? Who the Roman army came and killed. Then they scared them, you know. Roman army come and kill them out. Alright, continue now.
The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy.
The one who got the invitation, them shouldn't get none. Them not worthy to get that. Therefore, number 19. Sorry, 9. Yeah.
Verse 9. Go ye therefore into highways, and as many as ye shall find bid to the marriage.
Right. Go ye therefore to the highways. So bring the truth to the people now. Because the one them who should come. Because remember these people, priests, they were the ones doing the work in the temple from King Solomon build the temple, don't they? They had the right, because you have to be a Levite to be a priest, eh? So bloodline make you a priest, you know. So you have the right to the kingdom of heaven. But you ain't coming. So Christ said, the Most High said, all right, kill them out. Go to the highways and byways and do what? And bid the people that you see there. So because of that, you and I now can be priests. In order to be priest first, so you have to be of the bloodline of Levi. Cannot. You are the bloodline of Benjamin. But you and I can be priests because of that. Continue.
Verse 10. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good.
Right. So
And the wedding,
we going on the highways and byways and preaching and speaking and getting bad and good. Some of the man get them to come in the truth. Some persons come in the truth is what? Old gunman. Some thief. But they have the bloodline, they are Israelites. But they were not of the line of priesthood. So the priesthood now open to all Israel. So here what? Whomsoever will, let him come. Whether them bad or them good, make him come. You go and you see some extortionist, you see some murderer, you see some rapist, you see all kind of man, you see some pork eaters. And you say, come, let us teach you to be priest. Continue.
and the wedding was furnished with guests.
And then wedding and get people in there. Alright, continue.
Verse,
So when the king entered now to greet the guests, what happened?
he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment.
So I'm looking and see a man now hold on. This man doesn't look like him should be in the wedding here, but he get in. He have fringe on him t-shirt. Continue.
Verse 12, and he said unto him, Friend, how comest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
The Christ coming and the king coming and say, so you're doing this thing and you don't have on a gun. You don't have on a UPK attire. You have fringe on your t-shirt. You're in a purple. You look different from them other man. Why? You shouldn't be in here. Now this other men who get in are the same one them who came into the truth and fell out and got joined them fake Israelite group. Them get into the banquet hall. But what is going to happen? Continue.
Verse 13, then said the king to the servant, bind him an hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness.
So the king said, bound this man. Bound up him, what's it now? Hand and foot. And take him away. Hello. You know, as a kingdom running, you know. When the king presents and you shouldn't be there, you know, that's what happened to you. You just catch you and tie you up with him. Remember the story with Esther? And where the one in him and now man. The one who him plead to Esther to save his life and trip and fell for Esther on the bed. At the same time the king walked in and said, what? You're going to take my wife in front of me, and same time the bodyguard and a bloop back in head and just bound him. Straight out of the door. So this is what the king did. Friend, how you got in and you not in the proper attire? You know, telling him bodyguards and him servants, bound this one. That's your fake Israelite group. Those are the ones who were produced from the seed that fell on the wayside and the seed that didn't take the root on the good soil. Yeah, man. And they come out and conform. They came in the truth, you know. But they went out and they formed other groups. And guess what? It's the same thing that they're preaching, you know. That's why they get into the banquet all, you know. But what? They don't fit the profile. So the king says what?
There shall be weeping and
the king says, verse 1.
Verse 13. Verse 10.
13. Then said the king.
Oh, concern. Verse 13. Then said the king to the servant, bind him away and cast him into.
Fling him away. Continue.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen.
Right. So you see him go on the highway and him call everybody. But it wasn't everybody that was chosen to remain. So someone coming in the truth means they have a right to be there. But you have the right to prove yourself to be there. True or false? That's true. Alright. So verse order. 14. Alright. Drop that. Give me Ephesians 6. Read under the same thing you just read. Read verse 15. Yeah, 15.
Verse 15. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk.
Because now they realize that what? What they realize now?
That he must refer to them.
I'm we this man attack, you know. Hey, man, I'm gonna mash up with all of us now. How we can entrap him? That's the counsel that the Israelites, you know. That was the counsel that they were taking against Christ. How can we entrap him? 16, verse 16 says.
Verse 16. And they sent out unto him their disciples with the
Herodians. Alright, so now what they do, they send out them disciples with the Herodians. The Herodians would be the men of power. Because it was King Herod that was down there. It was Herod that was down there. And they call it the Herodians. And about 4 or 5 Herod rule down there, you know, like Herod the first, the second, you know, like that. About 4 or 5 Herods rule. Because when Christ was baby, who was ruling? Herod. And then Herod died, and Christ came back with his family. Christ's mother and father came back from where? Egypt. And at this time when Christ was to be crucified, who was ruling? Herod. Right. So that's why they call them the Herodians. They were the powerhouse. Those weren't Israelites. Those were Edomites. The Herodians. So them now come out now and, you know, like you have your mom and them out there walking with you now, you carry them out now, come listen to what you say. Right? Now, what? Give me Ephesians. Ephesians 6, 5 to 9.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh.
What it means by that?
Masters according to the flesh.
First of all, servants. So servants will be who?
Servants would be somebody serving somebody, higher authority or rank above them.
Okay. Like in today's world, the servants, you're called one.
Like in a working world.
Yeah.
Servants will be like employees.
Employees, worker.
That's it.
Right. And the master would be
Like boss.
your boss, your supervisor. That's how it is in the world. But this example here is talking about the truth, being in the truth. So think in the truth, think rank and authority. Or rank and order. Huh? Be obedient to them that are your masters. All right. So why is it according to the flesh?
To the flesh is over you. It is not spiritual.
No. That's not what this is saying.
According to the flesh. According to the flesh here is speaking of the your brothers.
What brother?
Your the Israelites there.
All right. So according to the flesh here is talking about bloodline. Think more of bloodline. So it's Israelite. So be obedient to them that are your masters according to the Israelite bloodline. So this not tell us that you go join a church and a white man above you, you're obedient to him. It's talking about being in the truth, the Israelite person above you, Israelite brother above you, or Israelite in rank. That's what he's telling you, be obedient to them. Not talking about other issues. That's why I say according to the flesh. That's bloodline. With what?
With fear and trembling and singleness of your heart as unto Christ.
No, say.
As are obedient unto Christ, who ought to be obedient unto the one who is above you.
So the one above you give our orders like Christ giving you order. That's why I say as unto Christ.
As unto Christ.
So when Christians come and tell us, hey, the pastor can't go tell me, Christ, me listen to. Way out of line. Way out of line. This is talking about in the truth, rank and order. So when why it says fear and trembling.
In our terminology, respect.
If Christ was to come and give you an order now, what would you do?
Hastily carry on that order.
Why?
Because in fear and trembling and singleness of heart.
You don't want Christ check you. You don't want to be checked by Christ. So you're going to run with it, don't. So this is saying you should be obedient to those above you. The same way you would obedient to Christ, the same way you would want Christ check you. Be obedient to those above you. Right? 6 now.
Ephesians chapter 6.
So this part here now would be referring to those in the truth who fell on good ground. So these are the sower's seed that fell on good ground and came up and blossomed and bring in some 100 folds and some 60 and some 30, whatever, right? Right. So this is talking about those personal. 6.
Verse 6. Not with eye service,
As
men pleasures.
pleasers.
As men pleasers.
So why it said not with eye service?
Don't cut your hand.
No, sir.
Don't only do it when you see man looking or somebody looking.
All right.
Or when a master looking.
All right.
So.
Take Bakawa. I give Bakawa an order to carry. And then go on and go do it. Right?
Consent.
I give him an order, but him a drag him through. So you rate the man who is more senior, the one who might be immediately senior to you might already. So that's why it says not with eye service. So Captain Nyata come down now and give you an order and boop, you run go do it. As Nyata said. He said, oh, we know exactly what man. And he go and do it. Captain Aka, Officer Aka give you an order, you know. But sir, I mean, you don't need to do that. You don't have to do that. So you know. So that is eye service. So everybody's here, right? Right. So that's why it is says, not as men as eye service or as men pleasers, but
as servants of Christ.
Meaning, continue.
Doing the will of God from the heart.
All right. So the same way you obey that man who is far higher than you, the same way you obey the one who is immediately above you. Not as men pleasers, but as servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. Meaning, you do it. You want to do it. You are happy to do it. Right. 6, 7.
Verse 7. With good will doing service as to the Lord and not to men.
Exactly. So you're not doing it to please the man above you, the man who gives him. To pleasing the Most High. To pleasing Christ. It's not man pleasing, because all the works that they do in the truth is unto the Most High. So when in camp, your duty is to pack up the what do you call them again? The teaching aids. Or the signs. Your duty is to pack up the signs in the vehicle. Do it with gladness and singleness. Do it with gladness, because that work that you're doing is not unto the brother. It's unto Christ. It's part of getting out there doing Christ's work. Right. Same thing with the sisters. Whatever duty you're performing towards the truth, you're not doing it unto man. You're doing it unto Christ. Hey, I can have somebody you be playing on the in class because
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord. whether he be bond or free.
So whatever is your thing that you have to do, that's what is going to make you get your crown. You do it and don't skin up your face. Right? Yeah. Whether in a prison you're there, or you won't here. So. We have, of course, we have groups that are in prison, good. Yeah, man. We have members who will start. I remember we have a prison program. So yeah, brothers in there who are doing work in there. Them getting the same crown like you that is out there relaxing. Same crown. Same golden crown on their head. Whether they be banned or them be free. Right. I remember Paul was in prison at one point, you know. And he was working from prison. Right? Paul's crown is just like the other brothers. Just like Silas and the other brothers who weren't in prison. All right, read 9.
Verse 9. And ye masters, do the same thing unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven.
What do you mean forbearing?
Refrain from doing, stop doing that.
Right. So you're supposed to have a threatening if you do anything. That's what it is saying. Do the same things unto them without your threatening them. You're not supposed to have to threaten nobody in the truth to do anything. Knowing that
your master also is in heaven.
exactly. And continue.
Neither is there respect of persons with him.
Right. What do you mean by respect of person? Exactly. So certain others would not give one, but now give the other favoritism. Christ will deal in that. The Most High don't deal in that. If the Most High was a respect of person, we would still be ruling the earth right now. But because there's no respect of person and he promised I'm going to bust you all out now and fling you into slavery, he did it. No respect of person. So you do the work without favoritism, without regards to who the person is. So now because the sister look like a gem, I go put her one side, I don't want her to do nothing. You know, they're gonna walk like everybody else. Work like everybody else. Like everyone time again. I tell you this off here. You know, I kept the mash up, check your mind. All right. And check your weekend. So that's how it is. That's how it should be. No favoritism. All right. Going into some brotherhood. And guess what? I want to better remember the scripture. Let me say remember the scripture now.
Scripture.
Yeah.
Matthew 22. 1 to 15. 1 to 16.
Why not?
What scripture?
What does it mean?
It says, let us people remember the scriptures.
For which scripture that is? It's written that far longer.
There is speaking of the scriptures that is just, that is.
Oh! No. Actually, we're going to look at, all right. Give me 1 John 4, 20 to 21.
Brother. Is 1 4.
I tell you, our records, which is the Bible, it far exceeds any writing on the face of this earth. You can think of yourself as a robot with the Bible as the program that is being uploaded in the robot. And then you start functioning as a human. The Bible tells you how to do everything as an Israelite that you need to do. Everything. Yeah, when you read in Moses' time, it even tell you that I don't know, I can't do up in that place, you know. The big salutation. God dig hole somewhere because an angel have to go walk in that too. An angel has step down the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. So that and many other things. Cleanliness. I think that is where cleanliness come from, you know. It was part of our law to wash. That's all John the Baptist get baptism from. There's nothing special about the baptism. You know. John the Baptist just pull it from the law as to demonstrate to the people. Nothing special. It was only special when you're going in the temple. Because you must go before the Most High clean. So you walk for days on the road and you can't go in the temple. So you have to clean up yourself. Hence there was your bath houses to get yourself clean. Alright, who found it?
1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
If you say you love God and what?
And hateth his brother, he is a liar.
You're telling a lie. That's what the Most High is saying. And who is your brother?
Fellow Israelite.
Fellow Israelite. And guess what? The one that is not in the truth is still your brother, you know. Still your brother. That one is still an Israelite. That's why they call him. In the truth, they refer to them as Jake. Yeah. The Jacob in the world. So if you're going to say you love the Most High and you don't love that man, you're a liar. Continue.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen,
Yeah.
how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
You never see God. If you ask, even the man who is a killer, if you love God.
Love God, man.
Hey, no, not because you see me, I behave so, you know, I pray every night before I go to my bed, you know. Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I've got to show you how I love God. And God saved me last week, you know.
Oh, when the man, yeah, man, and I come down and do some bop, 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 and clap to whatever, you know, man. God save me, you know. I hear some stories out there. But what the Bible says, if what?
If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He's a goddamn liar. Read 21.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we found him, that he,
That have we one?
that have we,
And this commandment
have we
from
him,
oh,
that he who loveth God love his brother also.
right, and that is this encompass our sisters. So you can't say you love God and you don't love your Israelite sister and your Israelite brother. Because for you to love God, you have to first love what?
Love your brother whom you see.
Right. No matter 5 and 22.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
What judgment? Judgment from the Most High. So you get angry with your brother without to know he's not angry, you're in danger of the judgment. Continue.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka.
What does Raka mean? Where is the Bible dictionary?
Raka. Raka. Empty, vain, or wordless. A term of contempt.
So you're saying to your brother, you're a worthless man. You're a waste man. You mustn't do it. You know what I'm talking about? You call man, so man a waste man. What that mean?
It's a waste of a man.
Yeah, okay.
If you're not going to feel, if you say you have to do something to you, you might say,
Yeah, but waste man mean.
yeah. No, I mean,
No, use.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
I don't know about it.
You're in the body of a man, but you're a waste.
Yeah.
That's what, that would be that is saying raka to your brother. Right. And what the Bible says about raka?
Term of contempt.
Bible, not the dictionary. We get that from the dictionary. Term of contempt, which is used on your brother, calling your brother worthless.
Whosoever shall say to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council.
What counsel?
Brother will counsel.
Exactly. To be checked. Bring up before, you know, my man. To get checked.
Yeah. Who want a reason to kick you out of the school because he didn't want you to profess
The goodly works of the brothers before. Right. That is Matthew what?
25 and 22.
No matter 18 and 21 to 22.
18, 21, 22. And then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me? And
This brother of mine do wrong. Take me 5 times with that. That's what. I tell him all the while, don't do this thing, and he keep doing it. How often shall he really do this and he keep forgiving it? And Christ says what?
the question continues. 7 times. And Jesus said unto him, and Yahweh said unto him, I say unto thee, I say not unto thee till 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
So Christ's reply was, not until 7 times. Always. Who's counting? 70 times 7 hours. 490 times. You're going to count.
490.
If somebody to sin against you in 1 day, 490 times. That is probably not possible. Eh? Unless you are not in like SpongeBob. Every time I read that scripture, I try to figure out what can somebody really be doing to do wrong against you so much time in 1 day. I can't come up with no answer. Yeah.
So if you don't deal with him, that means you don't forgive him. Like you don't.
You avoid it.
You avoid the talk to him. You can't hear him, but you avoid the connection.
Avoiding a brother, avoiding what kind of wrong that would have been. I can't be wrong. If I know that every time you cross path, troublemaker. Yeah. That's what forgiveness is about, you know. I remember our laws speak onto that as well. Forgiving a brother, love them that what? Hate you and persecute and so on. Christ is telling us that. You see, out there in the world, they're living as Israelite among each other without the laws. You inflict a lot of harm on each other. But coming into the truth, you have to forgive him. It's required of you to forgive him. That's what it is saying. So Christ telling them, telling the disciple that you should always forgive your brother. Should always. Continue.
That's it.
All right, Matthew 25 and 40.
Answer. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
And to what? Come again, and to what? The king answers what?
Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye shall done it unto me.
Shall?
Have done it unto me. Yeah.
So the least you do unto one of these men in the truth, you're doing it unto Christ. You're giving, if you give it one of them men in the truth a cup of cold water, you're doing it unto Christ. That's what that scripture is saying. That is on Matthew 25:40.
Gotcha.
Right, the least that you have done to one of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. Once I work on the threatening you with Christ, they threatening you. You get it?
Yes, sir. God.
Yeah. It's Christ, they're threatening. You're going out there representing. Here, give you thirsty, they give you a cup of water and a bottle of water. It's Christ, they're doing it too. That's what it is saying. Luke 6:31. 31.
Luke chapter 6 and verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
So the same thing that you would like people to do to you, do it unto others. Right? So you're going out there and you're sowing the word, sowing the seed. You know that a lot of toes you step on when you go out there to speak it up. True or false? This is a cut here where you get to learn I can't speak. Get some cut here. Yeah, you touch some corn. Read that again.
Answer. Luke chapter 6 and verse 31. And as ye would that men shall do to you, do ye also to him likewise.
Right. So do unto your brother what you would like another brother to do unto you. Think of it in that light. That's Luke. Give me Mark 12 and 31.
Answer. Mark chapter 12 verse 21. And
31.
31.
Yeah.
Answer. And the second is like, namely, this: thou shalt love thy neighbor. Israelite brothers and sisters.
Is it the person living beside you?
Love after.
But if you're clever, Esau get. When you look up neighbor in the dictionary, what it means? Someone living next door to you? Your Israelite brother who comes all the way from America to come see you is your neighbor. Yeah. And what about neighbor?
So the second is like, namely, this: that.
He's like what? He's like I like on the first. Like to the first. Something like that to say.
The second.
Is
So then,
the same way you love yourself, love your brother. That's what it is saying. And that's Mark?
concept.
John 13, 34 to 35.
John 13,
Yeah.
34 to 35.
Yeah.
John chapter 13, verse 34. A new man, a new commandment.
Oh.
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
So why Christ called that a new commandment when it was in the laws from Moses' time?
Question, sir.
Yeah, that question.
Because that was the point of the last, sir.
Why is it a new commandment I give you?
Because they never heard it like that, and they don't practice it that way.
Obviously, they never practice it new to them. They don't love one another.
Thank you.
Because that's in the law. It was not worded in the same way, but it's the same thing as loving your neighbor.
Thank you.
Verse 35.
Yeah.
By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
So, people seeing you showing love to each other as a Israelite brother, as a UPK brother, and UPK sister. They see it, you know. They see it among you. Yeah, they see it among you. And they look on, how they say.
Yeah, share with the virgins up. Yeah, share everything you have with your virgins. He not gonna do the same for you, you know. You can't. Everything you have to take up and give him, just so.
Except my wife. Yeah, many of them can't understand the brotherhood.
A man in the world, no Christian, no other organization besides the U.P.K. cannot understand the brotherhood.
Can never. They can't understand how you do man and move so. Yeah. Some see it and admire it and say, wow, I have no space in this of me too. I have no space among the brotherhood to me too. No, they see the brotherhood, they want to be a part of it. No space in this for me too. And they hear like, watch it. No one amongst me. No. Yeah, I want to be in the brotherhood. Because, read it again. The last one, 35.
By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples,
Because
if ye have love one to another.
So that's the hallmark of saying that you are Christ's disciples. Showing love one to another. True? All right. John 15, 12 to 14.
John chapter 15, verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I love you. Verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
That's the greatest love you can show to your brother. Laying down your life for your brother. Continue.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
All right. Christ is not saying that you should go and get yourself killed for him. Just do what I say, and you're my friend. What Christ is saying, huh? Him already laying life down for you, so him just ask that you do what him say. And one of the things he says was to what? Keep his commandments. Keep the commandments of the Most High. All right, questions? Question on the topic, the sower.
Question, sir. If you're in the UPK, you're not far by the way.
But all of those, all the seed that it's speaking of would have gone into the truth, would have been in truth at some point. They only fall by the wayside when they come home. Yeah. Any other question? And remember, you can only sow on the brotherhood. That's the only way you can sow. Brotherhood. Yeah, Christian, you have it.
So when we look at the other brothers that lose the kingdom of rulership and leave because
Repeat.
Remember the names. When we look at the scripture, and then we say the other brothers lose the kingdom of rulership.
Yeah.
So any other Israelite, yeah.
The position of being there.
I don't know rulership. I was priesthood. What happened? What's the question?
So that means any other one can bend the priesthood, because it was only them alone.
Right. But now, remember Christ was a priest, ain't it? And Christ wasn't a Levite. Christ was a Judahite. And when we had Jerusalem, a Judahite couldn't be a priest, you know. A Benjamite couldn't be a priest. But now, 144,000 priests, 12,000 from each tribe. Priest, warrior, king. Triple crown that too. Yeah. So you can't give it up. Further question? Any question from our newbie? Sure? All right. With that, pass the class over to priest and officer and priest in training. Parable. Yeah.
This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find This in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means tent in Hebrew and is pronounced Ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give upcoming holy convocation. Sorry. Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Saturday, March 7th and the Sunday, March 18th, 2020. Esther chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Remind Akiam and Kawatian to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black back. With that we say Amarjum.
Which means to stand.
Which means to stand. One courtesy salute to the teacher. Amarjum. Amarjum Shabbat. Amarjum Barak.
Yahweh Shai Barakatam.
How about Shem Yahweh Barakatam?
One courtesy salute to the sisters. Amarjum.
Show the sister how to stand.
Amarjum Shabbat. Amarjum Barak.
Yahweh Shema Il Afan Basham Yahweh.
And that is ancient Hebrew from where the Most High died on Eve. I don't use it.
Class business.